Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick 13 of albums that are 20 years old in 2025. That's right, we're looking back to 2005, 20 years ago. God, it's hard to believe. It's been 20 years since 2005, but that is indeed the case. The years are blazing through. As you know, we are splitting the month in half. The first 15 days are going to be dedicated to 2005, our top 15, counting them down to number one. Second half of the month, starting on the 16th, we're going to count down our top 15 favorites from 2015, albums that are celebrating their 10-year anniversaries and birthdays. So today, this is the second solo album by this very memorable musician, but it's also a pairing with a good buddy of his, and it's their second collaboration together. This album was released on July the 11th, 2005, produced by Bob Marlett and Tony Iommi for Sanctuary Records. I'm talking about Iommi fused, right? Tony Iommi and Glenn Hughes fused. This follows the Depth Sessions recordings that they did, or the DEP, however you like to say that they did a few years prior. Here they got back together and said, we're going to do it again, and it's a good one. It's a good one. Of course, appearing on the album on lead and rhythm guitars, Mr. Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, of course. Glenn Hughes, also from briefly with Black Sabbath, of course, from Deep Purple and Trapeze, and played with Gary Moore, and currently with Black Country Communion and his own solo thing, and the Dead Daisies, and the million things that Glenn Hughes has worked on over the years. Of course, he's on lead vocals and bass guitar. Kenny Aronoff on drums. We've got Bob Marlett also not only producing, engineering, and mixing, but also plays some keyboards on the album. And Hugh Gilmore artwork and design on this particular thing. We got a shot of the guys here. Hold on. I always like to see if I don't remember if there was a picture of them. No, there's not going to be any photographs. Oh, there we go. Yes, indeed. We got them right here. Here's the dynamic duo. How many of you in the years since this has come out have been waiting very patiently for another outing between the two of them? I still think they have one more good one left in them. I know Tony, because Tony hasn't really done much of anything in years. Glenn stays very, very busy. I mean, I would love for these guys to do another record together. It's like, we're just asking for an album, guys. We don't need a tour. Tour would be great, but we know Tony's getting on in years, and he's basically said he's kind of done with touring at this point. But come on, another album. You can do it. We know you have it in you. So anyway, what do we have on this particular album? It starts off with the kick-ass Dopamine, which opens up the album. What a great rocker. I mean, this is not really a metal album. I guess it kind of is. It's more of just like a really, really crunchy, heavy, hard rock album. But it's just great. Wasted again, so good. Hughes' vocals are great on this album. You got Savior of the Real and the Killer Resolution song. Deep Inside a Shell, the Rampaging What You're Living For. Face Your Fear, another one of the heavier, fast-paced tracks on here. There's just a lot of really good riffing, but these songs, like I said, are more hard rock songs. They're not the big, slow and doomy things like Iommi's mostly known for it, because I guess, working with Glenn so closely on writing the songs and whatever, Glenn's more of kind of like a hard rock guy. It's like this bluesy hard rock thing, so good. But you do have some pretty heavy stuff on here. The Spell is killer. I think I mentioned Face Your Fear. And then one of my favorites on the album is actually one of these slower tunes. It's more of kind of like a doomy ballad almost. I Go Insane, I think, is absolutely terrific. It's 9 minutes long. It's got an amazing chorus, great vocal from Glenn, big riffs, great solo from Tony. Just so good. So good. And then, of course, if you get, depending on which CD version you get some bonus tracks. I've got Slip Away, Let It Down Easy, and The Innocents on here, which are all really, really cool. And, maybe not quite as good as what's on the rest of the album, but still you get 13 tracks if you buy this CD. And this is the recent Rhino reissue, which came out last year, which kind of puts it all together and reissues this album for the first time in a while. And on my original release, I did not have the bonus tracks, but then the bonus tracks I found out later on, I totally forgot, were also on that kind of special edition that came out with featuring a whole bunch of stuff that Tony did with Ian Gillan, right? They threw those tracks, so it's like I already had them really, so I was like, all right, whatever. But now I have them all on here, which is where they should be anyway. I shouldn't have to go look for and find those extra Hughes Iommi tracks on a thing on a Ian Gillan Tony Iommi release, right? It should be on here. Now I got them twice. Whatever. Anyway, long story short. So, on the charts, we've got on the U.S. Billboard Top Heat Seekers charts. This made it to number 34, whatever the fuck Heat Seekers charts is. Just ridiculous. Never understand all these millions of charts. But on the German album charts when this came out, it made it to number 92, which is very cool. And that's my pick for today. Fused by Iommi Hughes. Tony Iommi, Glenn Hughes. Technically, it's an Iommi solo album, but they always gave double billing to Tony and Glenn on here. But yeah, it's technically an Iommi album, Fused, and it's a good one, folks. So for those of you, I've already seen, we're just a couple days into the month, I've already seen a bunch of folks pick it already. So let us know what you think of this down in the comments below and in the comments, and the chat, I should say, because we have this great chat thing going on every morning, right? Just lots of fun. People love to jump into the chat and chit-chat about their day and the weather and stuff, and then talk about the album picks, and then go about on their day. It's a great way to start the day. It's like having breakfast in the morning. Breakfast with Sea of Tranquility at 9 a.m. every single day of the week. Every week of the year, every month of the year. 365 days a year we do this morning show thing. It's crazy, right? It's like you get so used to it. It's just like having your ham and eggs. It's just sort of bacon and eggs and having your coffee, or having your bowl of cereal, or your bagel, or your eggs, or your protein shake, whatever it is you might be having, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? You get up in the morning, you do it. Well, we have a whole contingent of folks that get up in the morning, sit at their computers or their phone or watch on the TVs at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day, mingle with their friends in the chat, and do this whole Sea of Tranquility thing. It's very cool. It's very cool. So anyway, it's not lost on me, folks. It really isn't. So there you have it. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together. All the damn time as I hear my husky howling downstairs. She's lonely. I'm going to have to go say hello to her. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, our Cameo page, and the Sea of Tranquility membership options. All listed down there below, somewhere down below where I'm sitting here, right? You got all the links and things like that. So thanks, everybody. It's greatly appreciated. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. What do we got coming up on the channel? Tomorrow, of course, is a busy day. We've got live album Love with Rick Labonte. We're going to be talking about those bands and artists where the definitive album from them happens to be a live album, right? So a lot of usual suspects, maybe some not so usual, right? We've got the Professor's Picks with Ken Golden in the afternoon. We've got 4 Fusion Friday happening in the evening. So Friday is jam-packed. We've got Saturday. We have the UK Connection. We're going to be talking about 3 recently released albums by bands that you could consider in the AOR melodic rock, classic rock spectrum, right? We've got the latest from Cats in Space, the latest from Nestor, and the latest from the Night Flight Orchestra. We're going to be talking about all 3 of those. And then on Sunday, we have Ranking the Albums. It'll be me solo, ranking the solo albums of Phil Collins. So that's coming up on Sunday, and might have a few more things too. So stay tuned. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow morning for pick number 12. Till then, bye-bye.